So we've asked you about what you believe about God, where everything came from, where it begins and ends, and now I want to move into dialing it in a little bit more to what you believe about religions, and then specifically Christianity.
Okay.
My first question in this segment is just religions as a whole, like Buddhism, Christianity, is anything you can think of, just putting them all in the category of religion.
Yeah, pretty
whether
broad,
it's a cult or
broad
whatever.
spectrum of
Yeah.
religion.
Um,
I can touch on that real quick.
Go for
Okay.
it.
So as a whole, I think there are lots of pros and cons to religion in general. There are lots of things you can benefit, like communities, and they definitely do a lot of good things all around the world, helping people. Some of the cons, wars that were sought, just based on religions, or Holocaust and stuff like that. Those end up separating people. It separates us as a society when we're all, you could say we're all one religion. We're the human religion. We're a human race. That should be the religion that everyone is, in my opinion. That not saying that there's one that's better than the other, but having your own belief system doesn't make you not a human. So therefore, we should all just be a human race and not separate us from each other, in my opinion.
Okay. Because this is a Christian group, let's see. I want to talk about. Well, I know that you have friends that are Christians and friends that are atheists, and maybe friends that are in other types of religions. You're in the middle of that, like just taking all of this in, and let's see. How has being let's see.
I think I know what you're trying to ask. Is how is it different when you're with one or the other?
How's the connection, the complication of all these different beliefs coming to you? How has that affected you in general?
Okay, well, I think a good example is when you're young. Those things tend to seem not as important as they are when you get older, which I think it comes from maybe underdeveloped brains. We're all young. When we're younger, we're not, we haven't lived through life as enough to make these decisions fully yet. But it's also one of those things where kids are just kind of ignorantly bliss. They just don't. That's not important to them.
Yeah, but you personally say you have a friend that's an atheist, and then you have friends that you've had, like the Nemesiacs, that are Christian.
Yes.
And maybe some of your family, because of your family's extended religion, some are Jewish, some are Catholic. Has that had any impact on your belief system?
I think definitely being a logical person and having a lot of logical friends made it reinforced what I'd already been thinking, and made it so my atheist friends. And then one of the things that happened was I used to hang out with Eric and Kyle and the Misniak all the time, and then after about, I'd say, the 5th or 6th grade, for whatever reason, we kind of stopped being like an everyday thing. It started being more of them hanging out with all the Christian friends and going, they didn't hang out with only Christian friends, but they had more and more Christian friends, so they were hanging out with me less. In hindsight, I think it was just one of those things. You grow up,